Now some key points about the solubility. So the first point is, at saturation point in saturated solutions, the rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. That means the equilibrium is attained. That is, the formation of the crystals in the saturated solution is equal to the solute dissolves. So at this equilibrium, the process doesn't stop of dissolution of the solute. That means the solute dissolve is equal to the solute forms in the form of crystals. That is crystallization, right? So that means the rate of dissolution is equal to rate of crystallization. And this type of equilibrium is dynamic equilibrium because the process of dissolution doesn't stop, right? So here the first point is at saturation point in saturated solutions, the solution is at dynamic equilibrium. That is, the rate of dissolution is equal to rate of crystallization. Right? So this is the first point. Now the second is, so that means the equilibrium at dynamic equilibrium. This kind of equilibrium is dynamic equilibrium. Now the second point is, if dissolution process is exothermic, that is heat released during the dissolution, then on increasing temperature the dissolution decreases. So if dissolution exothermic and it may be endothermic, right? So exothermic, that means delta H is negative, that means delta H is less than 0, and here endothermic and delta H more than 0, that means delta H positive in endothermic reactions. So here for exothermic reactions, because the energy released during the reaction, so if you are going to increase the temperature, the solubility decreases. So if temperature increases, then solubility decreases. This is on increasing temperature. Right? Now the endothermic reactions, because endothermic reactions absorbs the energy. That means if temperature increases, then solubility increases. So if temperature increases, solubility increases. That is, on increasing temperature, solubility increases in endothermic reactions. And here the exothermic reactions. In exothermic reactions, solubility decreases on increasing temperature. Right? So these are the main points. Now the third one is, solubility of a gas increases with increase in pressure. This is the pressure effect with gas in solutions, liquid solutions. So here, on increasing pressure, the solubility of gas increases in the solution. Clear? Now the next point is, it is like gas, the solubility of hydrogen and inert gas, non-aqueous solvent. It is for the non-aqueous solvent, increases with increase in temperature. Right? Now the last point is, if the gas is going to mix or dissolve in the polar solvent, then the gas is going to dissolve and the energy released. That means it is the exothermic reactions. That is, the gas is with non-aqueous solvents going to be exothermic. So here the reaction quotient gas plus non-polar solvents is dissolved, gas dissolved plus energy released. That is the exothermic reaction. That is exothermic process. Exothermic process. Right? So these are some key points about the solubility. Now move to the type of solutions. We are going to study in this chapter 3 type of solutions: gas in liquid, liquid in liquid, and solid in liquid. So 3 type of solutions we are going to study. So the first one is gas in liquid solutions. Let's start. So here the gas in liquid solution. So the first point about the gas in liquid solution is Henry's law. So the Henry's law is Henry's law. This Henry's law is given in 2 types of phases. The first is, so 2 types of phases. The first is in terms of mass, right? Mass of gas, and second is in terms of mole fraction. Right? So, according to Henry's law, that is in terms of mass, the mass, so in terms of mass, at constant temperature, the solubility of the gas is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas in the solution. So, it is at constant temperature, the solubility of the gas in liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas. That is, the mass of the gas is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas. So mass, it is the mass of the gas. Mass of gas, it is the pressure of gas. Right? So that is M is equal to the a constant will be here, and the constant used here is kh, and that is the Henry's constant. Kh is equal to Henry's constant, right? So mass of the gas is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas. That means if pressure increases, then the mass in the gas also increases, right? Now the second is in terms of mole factor.